Je vais te dire un truc. Si je te dis 6, ça te dit quoi?
6. C'est le nombre de trophées du joueur du mois.
The man for the biggest occasions. The footballer who has already played in 2 World Cup finals at the age of 23.
Mbappé! Oh!
The superstar who has finally achieved his ultimate dream, to wear the famous Real Madrid shirt.
C'est un immense plaisir, un rêve qui se réalise, beaucoup d'émotions.
Yes, Mbappe's move to the 15-time Champions League winners is now a fact, and the Frenchman is targeting his first title in the most prestigious club competition from the start of the new season. Furthermore, his goals are guaranteed at the Santiago Bernabeu. But for now, let's take a look at the best that he has scored so far in his career. Number 10, versus Olympique Lyon 2019-2020. We start with the amazing solo effort he made in his 3rd season with PSG against Lyon in the semi-finals of the French Cup. It was a crucial game for the Parisians, who were looking to defend their trophy from the previous year. Against all odds, however, Lyon took an early lead, forcing PSG to pick up the pace. And just 3 minutes later, Mbappe equalized, the first of his 3 goals that night. The score was 1-1 at halftime, and Neymar made it 2-1 early in the second to leave the French Giants fans well beyond doubt. The highlight of the evening, however, was PSG's 3rd goal, which will go down as one of the best of Mbappe's career at the Parc des Princes. He took the ball from the halfway line, outpaced current Newcastle man Bruno Guimaraes, sprinted into the penalty area, beat another defender, and slotted home inside the near post in his trademark style. PSG went on to qualify for the final with a 5-1 win over Lyon, and won the cup with a narrow 1-0 victory over Saint-Etienne. Number 9, versus Barcelona 2020-2021. Yes, the first reaction of some of you who have already remembered which goal we're talking about might be thinking that the one against Lyon was more beautiful. And on paper, you might be right. But let's not forget that we judge goals not only on how spectacular they are, but also on how important they are to his team. And this strike at the Camp Nou, which completed his hat trick that night, is certainly one of the most important of Mbappe's Champions League career. PSG traveled to Catalonia for the first leg of their last 16 tie. The Parisians were favorites after Barca's poor form under Ronald Koeman back then, but no one could have predicted that PSG would be so dominant against their rivals. Interestingly, the hosts opened the scoring through Messi from the penalty spot, but from then on, it was one team on the pitch at an empty Camp Nou. 2 goals from Mbappe until the 60th minute turned the game on its head, and a header from Moise Kean made PSG's lead even more comfortable. But the best goal of the night was undoubtedly the one that completed Mbappe's hat trick. A counter-attack by Julian Draxler, who raced 60 yards with the ball at his feet, found Mbappe on the left, who curled the ball past Marc-Andre ter Stegen. There was another stunning strike in the second leg, and if you want to see it, just click on the Messi's 10 Best Career Goals video uploaded on our channel. Number 8, versus Austria, 2022. Yes, Mbappe has always been crucial for PSG, but that also applies to his performances for France. One of his best goals for Les Bleus remains the solo strike against Austria in the Nations League in 2022. Yes, this tournament doesn't command the same respect as the World Cup or European Championship, but it will still be remembered as an incredible goal branded Kylian Mbappé. On one of the counterattacks in the match at the Stade de France, he was picked out by Olivier Giroud and burst into the penalty area. He had 3 teammates around him, but chose to go it alone, and he made the right decision. The PSG star tricked 3 defenders before unleashing a thunderous shot towards the Austrian goal. It's also interesting to note that these 2 teams were down at the Euros this summer, which means that we could be in for some more great goals from Mbappe against one of his favorite victims in the national shirt. Number 7, versus Poland, 2022. And now, the first moment of greatness for Mbappe at the last World Cup. France were up against Poland in the round of 16, and with Robert Lewandowski and co. in poor form, victory was all but assured before the game even started. Midway through the second half, however, France were only 1-0 up, and their qualification was still in doubt. However, Mbappe put an end to that threat with 2 insanely identical goals in the space of 15 minutes. Both were curled in from the edge of the area, But the difference was that Mbappe's first shot went into the near corner and his second into the far. It's hard to say which was the better of the two, but if we had to choose, it would be the second, which sealed victory for France. Number 6, versus Argentina 2018. Another World Cup goal, but this time in Mbappe's first appearance at football's biggest tournament. Yep, the World Cup in Russia will be remembered as Mbappe's first moment of sheer brilliance on football's biggest stage. And his 2 goals that turned the game against Argentina in the round of 16 were truly magical. The first, however, was a perfect example of Mbappe's trademark style in the penalty area. With the score level at 2-2, when every mistake and every moment of masterclass would have been crucial, Mbappe scored the most important goal of his career. The ball fell to him from a corner, but with so many players in the 6-yard box, there was no way he could shoot. Mbappe, however, used his quick thinking and lightning-fast footwork to beat the Argentine defense with one simple move before unleashing a low shot that the goalkeeper could do nothing about. The whole stadium went wild, and the entire France squad, including the reserves, went up to celebrate with Mbappe, who had just started France's victorious march to their second World Cup. Number 5, versus Netherlands 2023. Next up, we have another one of the finest performances by Mbappe for his national team. The game against the Netherlands was a qualification for this summer Euros, and Mbappe bagged 2 goals and an assist at Stade de France in the 4-0 victory. Also, in the process of selecting his top goals for this video, we came to the conclusion that Mbappe has at least 3 top strikes against the Netherlands, but this was probably the best one. Yes, it is a fact that, in terms of importance, this solo effort was not that important for France. But that does not mean that it's not worth paying attention to. Les Bleus were already leading 3-0, and towards the end of the game, Mbappe entered the Netherlands penalty area, feinted that he would shoot once, then a second time, before unleashing a powerful shot towards the far corner of the opponent. A great shot from a brilliant player. Number 4, versus Juventus 2022-2023. Coming in 4th, we put another solo effort from Mbappe, this time against Juventus. Speaking of importance, on paper, this goal was extremely crucial for PSG, as it would have put them to the top of their group. Yes, in 99 times out of 100, the Parisians would have indeed finished top of their group, with the only way they would not have done so being if Benfica had beaten their Israeli opponents Maccabi Haifa by at least 5 goals. Well, despite Mbappe's incredible goal, which we will get into in a moment, PSG unfortunately finished second, after Benfica astonishingly won 6-1, taking the first place. Nevertheless, Mbappe's goal was truly magical, as he once again displayed his unparalleled technique, quick thinking, and excellent positioning to score the opener at the Juventus stadium. Mbappe was unmarked near the edge of the penalty area, but defender Federico Gatti attempted to stop him. However, the PSG star managed to slip the ball between his opponent's legs, and despite Gatti's best efforts to rip off his shirt and bring him to the ground, Mbappe remained composed and found space to unleash a shot into the far corner, leaving the goalkeeper with no chance. Number 3, versus Real Madrid 2022. Figo scored against Real Madrid before reaching his prime with Los Blancos. Shearer did it for Blackburn against Newcastle, while Robin van Persie did it for Arsenal before moving to Manchester United and winning the Premier League title. Well, Mbappe also scored against his future club in the 2021-22 season, when PSG and Real Madrid met in the last 16 of the Champions League. Yes, that tie will go down as one of the darkest in the Parisians' modern history, but Mbappe certainly has some good memories. And while his goal in the second leg may have been his trademark near-post finish, the goal at the Parc des Princes was a real gem. What the fans will remember the most about this game is how Real Madrid barely made it out of their own half after PSG's constant attacking, with goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois, the team's hero, even saving a penalty. However, after more than 90 minutes, Mbappe punished his future club with a fabulous solo goal, finding space between Militao and Lucas Vazquez before slotting a low shot between the keeper's legs. Number 2, versus Argentina 2022. As for the match against Argentina in the World Cup final, Mbappe may still be having nightmares about missing out on the chance to win the tournament for the second time in a row, but it was undoubtedly the best performance of his career to date, with 4 goals, plus the penalty in the shootout, the second of which was truly breathtaking. With Argentina already 2-0 up, and on their way to a surprisingly convincing victory over their opponents, Mbappe was completely isolated, touching the ball less than 40 times in the first 80 minutes. But the French superstar had saved the best for last, and with the score 2-1, he showed the world why he is arguably the best player in the world. Having just pulled a goal back, Mbappe played a superb 1-2 with Marcus Thuram, who chipped the defense. Then Kylian volleyed the ball under the arm of Emi Martinez to make it 2-2. Number 1 versus Gibraltar, 2023. Now, it may sound frivolous to put a goal against one of the smallest teams on the footballing map at the top of our list, but even if you know what it is, well, rest assured, you're unlikely to see many like it in Mbappe's career. Yes, there's no point mentioning how many goals France scored against Gibraltar that night. Hint, it was a double-digit margin. But this Mbappe strike was out of this world. It was reminiscent of some of the shots of some great English players such as Wayne Rooney, David Beckham, and Harry Kane. And here, Kylian had no hesitation in firing home from almost the halfway line, with the goalkeeper beaten. A few seconds later, Mbappe was in the arms of his teammates as he curled the ball majestically into the net. Now, if you've enjoyed our selection of Mbappe's best goals from his pre-Real Madrid career, don't forget to support us by hitting that like and subscribe button, or check out some of our latest uploads. Also, give us your suggestions for what you'd like to see next. Thanks for your time, and we'll catch you in the next one.